beginning, love created the heavens and the earth, because God loved us so much that he knew that we were going to be just that stupid to turn from him, to reject him. He knew it, and he still said, I love you enough to create you and to give you an opportunity. Love will allow you to do the most outrageous thing, even though that there are some results that are pending. Love. God's first name is love. It was never God. God created the angels before he created us. He created Lucifer, he created Michael and Gabriel and all the millions of other and trillions of other angels. He created the 9 planets and the moons and the sun and all the stars. And he knew when he created Lucifer, he knew that Lucifer will rebel against me. If he doesn't know that, then that means that God doesn't know everything, that he's not all knowing, he's not all powerful. But he knew it, and he still gave Lucifer a chance. If that is not love, then I don't understand what love is. Knowing that someone would turn their back on you, knowing that someone would throw you under the bus, and you still do for them, you still give them opportunities, because love, hear me, bears all things in verse 7. Love believes all things. Love hopes in all things. Love endures all things. Love says, I don't see your mess, I see you. God created all things, and love is greater than anything in this world. The song in the 80s was We Are the World, and one of the singers said the most important ingredient that the world needs is love. If we have love in this world, we won't have war, we won't have famine, we won't have rapes, we won't have murders, we won't have homeless people, we won't have poverty, famine, diseases, illness. It would not be the 99% versus the 1%. It wouldn't be the 47%. It wouldn't be all these things happen. It would not be drugs in this country or in this world. It would not be guns falling in the streets. It will not be people laying on heaters outside of the street, or sleeping in subways, or fights breaking out, or abuse happening. If we had love, God said, Paul, they need to understand what love is. Love bears all things. That does not behave rudely. That does not seek its own. It is not provoked. It thinks no evil. If we have love, he said, it covers all our brother's faults, all of our downfalls. Now you may say, Paul, I love God. That's enough. No. God said, I want you to love each other. Yes, you may love me. Yes, you may know that I love you. Yes, but you do not love your brother as I want you to love him. God said, I'm taking you through a developmental stage so that you can love others as I love you. You say, God loves me in all my mess. Ask yourself a question. Do I love my brother or my sister in all of their mess? Do I love them for who they are? Can I love a person who has abused me since a child? Can I love that pedophile who has raped and murdered my child? Can I love my husband or my wife who has constantly committed adultery, constantly cheated, constantly talked bad about me? Could I love my co-worker who constantly gossips about me, who constantly ran my name to the dirt? Could I love that man of God who told me that I would be nothing? Could I love my enemies? Could I love those who stab me in my back? That is a question that you must ask yourself, because the answer to all questions is no. Majority of us do not display this love towards us, but those who do, I commend you. I commend you. But to the majority of us, who is 99%, we do not display that love. We say, I love you with the love of the Lord. I love you with Jesus' love. You can't love someone with Jesus' love if you do not love them in a mess. Love says, but. Even though you are a murderer, even though you are a backstabber, even though you are a thief, even though you are a liar or a deceiver or a fornicator or a adulterer, even though you are all of this, but I love you. Love is not puffed up. It does not seek its own. It suffers. It is a patient thing. The first fruit of the Spirit is love. It could be nothing else. It doesn't get jealous of someone. It's always kind. Even when those people are not kind towards it, it does not parade itself. It's not puffed up. Think so highly of itself. Love is humble. Love never fails. If I can continue to love for my child or for a relative who constantly fails me, if I have love for them, it will never fail, because my love can change the outcome of someone's life. If I love like God loves, then my love can change someone's life. Love your brother as you love yourself. He said, Master, Rabbi, what is the greatest commandment of Moses? He says, love the Lord with the heart, thy mind, thy body, and thy soul. And the second is just like it. Love thy neighbor as you love yourself. If you cannot love your enemies, if you cannot love those who hurt you, if you cannot love those around you, then that means that you do not love yourself. Because if you hate yourself, you'll hate all others and find every fault in them. Why? Because love finds no fault. Love. There is childish love, and then there is mature love. Here's childish love. Have your children, or have you ever in your childhood said to your parents, I hate you, when they chastised you? And they told you you couldn't go a certain place with friends, or you couldn't do a certain thing in school. You said, I hate my parents. I hate them. Have your kids ever told you that? I hate you. We see it on TVs. We see it on TV, especially with Caucasian and white parents, and the children say, I hate you. I hate you. You're always going in my life. Oh, you're going all the time. I can't do nothing. That's childish love. It's a love-hate relationships. They love you when you do something good for them. But they hate you when you prevent them from doing something that they want to do. God said many of them are in this stage of childish love. I need to get you to mature love. Mature love says, my parents told me when I was younger not to go with my friends. And lo and behold, they all got killed. They got into a car accident. Oh, they died. Oh, they're in prison now. Love looks from the eyes of God, from the eyes of the parent. Love looks from a different set of eyes. That's mature love. It looks not from his own eyes, but it looks from the eyes of God to see the situation from a different point of view. Love, mature love understands. Love is a development. That's why Paul says this. When I was a child, I spoke to a child. I hate you, God. God doesn't love me. If he loved me, I would have had this. I would have had that. You don't love me while I'm husband. You don't love me wife. You don't love me mom and dad. Because if you would, you would allow this to happen. Love. When I was a child, I spoke to the child. I told the child that they don't know how I feel. They don't know that I'm going to be a laughing stock in school. They don't know that everybody's going to tease me. I thought as a child, I should run away. I hate being here. Shoot, they don't.